Here are 10 ways to go green and save money. Number one, grow your own food. I do this at home. We have a backyard garden. We also have a community garden down the street that we use. Number two, own one less car. Ryan Nicodemus does this. He and his wife share a car. They live in Missoula, Montana, and they figured out a way to do it. It is totally possible. Professor Sean on the couch owns one less car. He has 0 cars, and that works out really well for him. Number three, take public transit. That's what Professor Sean does. He doesn't have a car, so he took a bus to get here to the studio today. Number four, reuse, reuse, reuse. You know, it's difficult to keep items out of a landfill if we're constantly just buying these disposable items, the cups and the plates and the to-go containers and the bags, having things that we can actually reuse, and then more important, reusing those things we can reuse. Buying the really nice canvas bag and then never using it sort of defeats the purpose. Number five, stop the leaks. This is one thing that I do at home, unplugging different electronics, whether it is a toaster or a lamp or cell phone chargers or laptops or other electronic devices. All of those things use little bits of electricity that over the course of a month or years really, really adds up. Number six, harness the sun. If you have the ability to get solar panels for your home or even for certain devices, I have a security camera that runs off of solar power, so I don't have to constantly charge the battery. The sun charges it for me. Number seven, waste not, want not. So don't accept freebies is the way I think about it. Unless for some reason it's really compelling, it's something you'll use. Just because something is free, that is not a compelling enough reason to accept it because it is going to produce more waste if I don't use it. Number eight, dispense with disposables. I no longer use disposable coffee cups or disposable plates whenever I can avoid it. Now, I'm not super military strict about this, and if I go somewhere and they have a fork or a spoon that is disposable, I don't freak out. But I bring my coffee cup with me, and I try to bring the things with me that I can reuse so I'm not disposing of things every single day. Number nine, reallocate your resources. Our path towards sustainability began when we realized the value of doing things for ourselves, so you can start making things like your own laundry detergent. I have several friends who just take baking soda and a little bit of vinegar. They make their own laundry detergent, their own dish soap, their own cleaning supplies. You can make your own things at home. And finally, number 10, examine your diet. I look at this and I don't want to eat food with a bunch of packaging. Well, I have several reasons for that. I don't want to eat a bunch of processed junk, but also I don't want to produce the waste that is associated with all of these packaged foods that we buy from the supermarket. Now, TK, this article has, I think, 3 or 4 other tips in it. We'll put a link to it in the show notes. Is there one of these or 2 of these that really stand out to you?
I like one less car. Because you not only can achieve 2 things, it's a sacrifice and it can be tough, but you achieve 2 things. One is you reduce the effects of that, but you also build community because you optimize for a lifestyle of carpooling, which also eliminates a lot of excess from your life. Whenever you have to economize and you have to get other people involved, it makes you think a little bit more critically about what you do. There may be some things you say, oh, I don't really need to do that. Oh, I can wait on that. Oh, I don't need to go there twice. I'll just wait and do it all at once. And so you actually build relationships, you build community. And so there are some additional benefits. And I love to look for those win-win opportunities where we can do something good for other people, but incentivize you to do it by saying, here are some awesome benefits for you as well, like for your mental health and so on.
And these are insights, not prescriptions. I think that's what I want to be clear. Like I drive a car, my wife has a separate car, and I live far enough away and I'm down here multiple days a week that I would effectively leave her stranded if she also didn't have a car. So we both have Toyotas. Hers is, I don't know, maybe 20 years old at this point. Mine's over a decade old at this point. And I'm not constantly upgrading my car. Not that that's wrong or bad or evil either. And so I don't want to condemn any of this. I want to understand that, like, yes, occasionally I will have a to-go coffee cup and I don't freak out about it because I know that I've been far more intentional. Like, oh, you know what? I forgot my coffee mug, or I lost it, or whatever happened. I need to replace this one. It broke. Not a problem. I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to beat myself up for not being flawless along the way.
Yeah.
One more thing. I think we said this on that episode 421, but I'll just reiterate this. I do think the most sustainable product is the product that we leave on the shelf. If you want to be eco-friendly, the most sustainable product is the product you leave on the shelf. And that may feel like I'm waxing poetic, but it's just the truth. If I don't bring the thing home, I don't purchase the thing, I'm not spending the money, which means I'm wasting a lot of my resources, my time, my energy, attention to acquire the money to spend on that thing. But then also I don't have all the waste associated with it. And then ultimately I don't have the decision-making of letting go of that thing. And so I leave most things at the store instead of buying them. Something I use the wait for it rule. If something costs more than $30, I just wait 30 hours to buy it. Now, why do I do that? I can afford the $30, but I can't afford the mental clutter, the emotional clutter, and the physical clutter all of these items will create. If I say yes, 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 some of these things in a vacuum, the yes makes sense. But if I'm saying yes to everything, I end up saying no to my priorities.
Hey, I want to just point out number one, grow your own. I think that's a really good one. And I just want to say, if you're interested in that, don't look at where you live as a place that can stop you from developing a habit of growing things. You can still grow something, even if it's a plant. Just cultivate the habit of growing. Cultivate the habit of supporting those who do grow. I think that's an important one about that one.
This is the first time I've ever done this, and I'm 44 years old now. And we have several fruit trees in our yard. We just planted a peach tree a couple years ago, and it's finally getting peaches. We have an apricot tree that produces like 2,000 apricots a year, and we have a fig tree and a lemon tree and a lime tree and several other things, pomegranates. And so we have access to all these fruits. That doesn't mean that's the only place that I go get fruit from, but now I have access to it. And then we join this community garden that's 2 blocks away from our house. So we get a little bit of exercise. We walk down there to water it. I'm always posting videos of Bex watering the garden with me there in Ojai and on my Instagram stories. And we just have fun doing it. Now, is that everything we eat? No, but there's some lettuce in there. There's some carrots in there. These cherry tomatoes we've been growing recently. Some basil that we use for seasoning. So it just feels good to grow those things, but also it's more sustainable to do that than it is to buy from the store. And then when I have the option, I buy at the local farmers market, which is a spray-free market, and it's all locally grown there in Ventura County where I live. And so having access to that as opposed to just buying a bunch of things in packages, that's how to be sustainable. But then most things I still leave on the shelf. I buy maybe 90% fewer things than I used to. And as a result, I produce 90+% less waste. And what a beautiful byproduct of minimalism. I hope you enjoyed that highlight from the Minimalist Private Podcast. If you'd like another highlight, check out this video. If you'd like to watch the minimal episode, check out this video. Or if you'd like to dive deep into full episodes of the Minimalist Private Podcast, head on over to Patreon. The link is in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.